going on.
Thank you so much.
Feel like $1 million.
Shout out TMZ, you up?
Let me check out that rig.
TMZ stands for the Mayweather Zone.
How'd you find me, bro? I got my disguise on.
I love my TMZ family.
Welcome to TMZ Sports. Babcock here. We've talked a lot about the tragic death of Marshawn Kneeland, the 24-year-old Cowboys defensive lineman. And now we actually have the police footage from the tragic night where he lost his life. Police in Texas, the Department of Public Safety, to be specific, Lucas, has released a whole bunch of footage to us, and it really, I think it gives a feel for just how hectic and how serious things were out there that night.
Right, and if you remember, around 10:30 p.m., this just started as a police chase. They reported that Kneeland's vehicle was going around 140 miles per hour. Well, in this footage, they say it was actually more towards 160. And at the time, they had no idea this was a Dallas Cowboys player. They had no idea it was Marshawn Kneeland.
Right. Didn't they think the car was stolen, right? Because by the time you see a nice car going fast, then you assume it might be a stolen car.
Right. And as we saw more and more footage of this, they actually had several street view cameras, surveillance footage, all this. It shows the moment of impact where he crashed his vehicle into another SUV and actually fled on foot. You can see an individual leaving the scene and going into a parking lot, but there's just so much to this. And after this is going on and they're trying to find where this driver went, you can tell whether it's from K9 units, whether it is from drones, just all these measures that they took to try and find the driver of this vehicle. And you'd see the footage just really in the pursuit to start this whole thing off, and it is rather eye-opening.
$450. We took Legacy. It's got to be 28 on. Yeah, it's not me today. I'll come with the search there. Get my phone with me too.
4-4 toy. I found them. They crashed out right here on the service road, by the Star.
Black or white?
He's like Arabic or something, I don't know.
It's Arabic, beard, red shirt, apparently running back towards that vehicle in the field. Hey, stop. Take me back where you saw him. Go. You're good, just go.
That's it, but he was running this way now.
You're good, if he's running, we're gonna stop him.
Oh, the other way. He's in this field, he went that way.
Okay. You're good here,
I don't know if he's, maybe he got him right here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, Babcock.
Wow.
Yeah. At some point in the search, that is when cops discover that this is Marshawn Kneeland that they are looking for, and they spoke to his girlfriend, who was in the area at the time. They actually initially detained her, and she said, "Look, I don't want to give you his location because I fear that he could take his own life." And that's when they learned that this is much more severe.
Right.
This is a mental health situation, and just so much footage to go through. But it's clear that cops shifted to searching for Kneeland to help try and save him. There's a lot more on the website. There is even more that we elected not to share due to the graphic and gruesome nature of the footage. But it just goes to show they were really trying to help Marshawn Kneeland that day.
I mean, look, it's an absolutely tragic story. I mean, you see the way he was driving. That was incredibly dangerous, to say the least. I mean, those squad cars are very fast. They're powerful. And the Dodge Charger that Marshawn Kneeland was driving was just out. It was gone. And like Lucas said, he hit speeds at like 160 miles an hour. So, I mean, it's a miracle that nobody else here was hurt, because that would have been a real tragedy if somebody else would have gotten hurt or killed as a result of him driving like that.
They actually spoke to the woman whose vehicle was hit during this.
You saw it. And by the way, as we say that, Lucas, that was the crash. I don't know if you're able to show that again there, Steve. That is the crash. Now, you see it looked like he tried to swerve around the car that was to the right, and he clipped it. And then he pulls off, and they're in that area on the side, the side service road there, Lucas, as the cop then that we saw in the video we did play for you. He comes up on the accident. They draw their guns, and they think he's still in the car. Obviously, they find out seconds later that he is no longer in the vehicle and had, like Lucas said, fled on foot. You see him right there in the spot shadow. That is Marshawn Kneeland running away from the scene. Ultimately found his way to this portable toilet that was in a parking lot, and that sadly is the last place where he wound up, and he seemingly took his life at that point. Again, only 24 years old. We knew the story. We heard the cop's account. We heard what the girlfriend had said about what happened that night, but this is the first time that we have actually seen it with our own eyes. It just makes it even feel all the more real and all the more sad. If you're interested in seeing some more of the footage, go to the TMZ Sports website. Luka Doncic vows to pay Jackson Hayes' fine after his teammate stuck up for him during a scuffle in the game against the Clippers. We'll hear from the Lakers superstar when TMZ Sports returns right after this.
Any given night, try to stop any one of those 3 or 4 guys. Zubac with a jump hook as Doncic hit the deck and has words with Dunn, who takes a little bit of a swing, and this escalates. Coach is running in to try to stop and get in between.
Take another look here, Reg. So Luka goes down hard, comes back up to have words with Chris Dunn.
Yeah, I think Jackson Hayes might see the shower as well. There's the push in the back to Chris Dunn.
There's the reach. Yeah, there's no doubt about the push, and then eventually the reaction.
Watch as he shoves the ball into the chest of Luka.
Yep.
Yeah. Jackson Hayes with the push in the back. I could see him seeing the showers.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Babcock and Lucas. Last night, Lakers-Clippers play. Luka Doncic was not happy that he was, they were being real physical with him. And we had a little testy altercation, Lucas, between Luka and
Chris Dunn.
And what do you know, but Jackson Hayes, the Lakers' big man, he wasn't having it, Lucas, and there was no hesitation at all, which I love for him, because Luka Doncic, darn it, he is the star of the Lakers. Jackson Hayes is not that guy, but he's big and he's strong, and he was not going to let Luka get pushed around by a guy on the other team, and I love it.
Right, and of course he has loyalty for his teammate, and he's going to defend his teammate, but the NBA, they don't care.
Yeah.
When things like this happen, usually a fine, sometimes a suspension
Right,
comes
the
up.
NBA is not going to be like, oh, cool, like, yeah. No,
Chris
no
Dunn, he was ejected from the game for this. Jackson got a technical, but actually after the game, Luka said he was very thrilled with his teammates' actions in that moment, and he said, if a fine does come along, I got him.
Do you volunteer to pay Jackson's technical fine of the?
I got it. I told him right away.
Yeah, but that aside, but do you appreciate that kind of? You guys have obviously had good camaraderie throughout the season.
Of course, I appreciate it. I told him right away, thanks for having my back, and that says a lot about him. That says a lot about this team. So everybody got each other's back.
This is the kind of thing, and I don't want to put too much into it, but this is the kind of thing that can really help, I think, like Lucas said, build the camaraderie in a team. Going the other way, Lucas, go back a few years ago when Draymond Green punched Jordan Poole. Remember, we posted that video. That ruined that season for the Warriors. There was a fracture in the team after that, right? That's the polar opposite of this. the fact that, again, Jackson Hayes, that he reacted so quickly, no hesitation at all. I really think that not just Luka Doncic, but all the other guys, LeBron James, say, okay, yeah, that's cool that he's got our back. This is something that I when I was growing up, I was a fan of the Knicks with Charles Oakley and Patrick Ewing and those guys. If somebody had hit Patrick Ewing, like, that's what Charles Oakley would have done.
Yeah.
And, Charles Oakley is a scary guy, but as Lucas knows.
I have been on the receiving end of that sometimes, but no, that's absolutely true. And people are talking about the culture of this Lakers team. It's finally getting back to the historic Lakers that we know from the past. And now that you're adding LeBron James back to the mix in this, look out, NBA. The Lakers might actually be legit.
Yeah, that was good to see. I will admit I'm not a big fan of Jackson Hayes, but in this case, for this only, then good on him. A month after his DWI arrest in Texas, is Adrian Peterson allowed to travel for the holiday weekend? Answers ahead when TMZ Sports rolls on right after this. Welcome back to TMZ Sports, Babcock and Lucas. We talked about it, Lucas, a couple of weeks ago. Adrian Peterson, obviously, he's one of the greatest running backs of all time, but he's gotten into some trouble this year. He picked up not one, but 2 DUI or DWI cases, Lucas. One of those was in Texas in October. Remember, this is where the police say they found him at a gas station, passed out in his car. In the driver's seat. There he is, actually, in the wheel of his SUV. Well, that case is still very much active. And as a result or a condition of his bond, Adrian is not supposed to be able to leave the state. Well, it's obviously Thanksgiving tomorrow, Lucas, and he wants to travel to Oklahoma to have Thanksgiving with his family. So he had to ask the court, didn't he?
And his attorney did just that earlier this month.
Yeah.
And actually for 2 occasions. One earlier this month where he wanted to travel to Vegas for a work-related event.
Okay.
And then this week for Thanksgiving. He wanted to go to Oklahoma, and boom.
Makes sense.
No problem. The judge signed off.
The judge said yes.
Yeah.
Did they say yes to Vegas too, or no?
Yes. They did. So Adrian Peterson able to go have turkey with his family and everything, but as soon as he gets back, he does have to check in with his pre-trial people to make sure that everything is good. Now, part of the conditions of his release was also that he had to make sure he kept his nose clean, didn't get in any more trouble, was able to submit to random drug testing, and not partake in illegal drugs of any sort. All that kind of stuff. Pretty standard, but this was one that, it's not guaranteed, but the judge saw no problem.
Yeah, and I think I think this is the way it should be, right? As long as the judge makes it clear what's expected of Adrian. He hasn't been convicted of anything yet, despite how it might look, him passed out in the car. So I think this is the right way for the judge to handle it.
Moving right along, so Adrian Peterson gets to enjoy Thanksgiving with his family, perhaps watching Joe Burrow take the field Thursday night on Thanksgiving, going up against the Baltimore Ravens. The Cincinnati Bengals have some amazing news this week. Obviously, Joe Burrow was out with that severe turf toe for several weeks, dating back to September. He's been out ever since. So we're going to bring in a guy who also loves supporting teams at the bottom of the AFC North, Ryan Yunt. Ryan,
I do.
Break this all down for us, because I know it's a special moment in a very tough season for you guys.
He's back, whether it's, you want to call him 9, Joe Shiesty, Joe Burr, whatever it is. Joe Burrow is back at starting quarterback for the Bengals, returning from another injury. He's basically a walking operation game at this point where, you don't want to touch the ankle, the toe, the wrist, whatever it is, the ACL. But back for this week for Thanksgiving, it meant a little more for Joe. Joe was really excited, had been asking the NFL for this opportunity, got hurt, and finally spoke about it with the local media this week about how excited he was to come back for Thanksgiving.
Why does this carry so much meaning to come back for this game specifically?
Number one, it's a division game. I got a lot of respect for the people on the opposite side of the ball, but when you play people twice a year, you get tired of them, you don't like them. It's a division rivalry. You got respect for them, but it's intense out there. It's something I wanted to be out there for. Playing on Thanksgiving is something I've always wanted to do, that I pushed for in the past, and the NFL gave it to us, and then the injury happened and thought I wasn't going to be able to play, and then as we got closer, I felt like it was a real possibility, so that's exciting to me, and it's a national stage to go out and prove yourself again after not playing for several weeks, and every opportunity that you get to go and prove all the hard work that you've put in, the type of player you are, is something that I try to take advantage of.
Now, obviously, Joe's excited about coming back for this game. Also in his presser, a unnecessary sort of stray to Matthew Stafford. Joe talked about how he grew up watching the Lions and Matt Stafford throwing for all these yards and losing games on Thanksgiving. So who knows if there's bulletin board material going forward with that. But also, I think it wasn't just the holiday that mattered to Joe. It was the opponent. And if you look at his numbers last year against this Baltimore Ravens team, 67% completion, 820 yards, 9 tutties, and a pick. That's in 2 games. So over 400 yards a game for Burrow. He clearly loves going up against this defense. However, his defense, his special teams in the past hasn't afforded him the ability to call those victories. He was 0-2 in those games despite that effort. So he's back. He can't rush on third down. He's not going to be tackling out there. So we're really hoping the defense is going to be making plays because their season's on life support. They've got to win. They've got to win out if they have any shot of making the playoffs.
Yeah, they're not out of the playoffs just yet. And let's not forget, Joe Burrow was putting up MVP numbers last season. If only they had a better team success behind that, perhaps he could have been the MVP over Josh Allen. But regardless, Joe's happy to be out there. He had that youth's medium LeBron James jersey picture that he posted earlier this week. So let's see if the Bengals can turn things around. But it's a great start to have a superstar talent under center.
Uday.
The fallout continues from the Cowboys' comeback win over the Eagles last weekend. Did George Pickens shade the fans in Philadelphia? We'll let you decide next on TMZ Sports.
On the TMZ Celebrity Tour, we've seen huge stars like Kevin Hart, Ben Affleck, The Rock, and Jamie Foxx. Buses depart daily from the Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood, so head to TMZTour.com and book your tickets for the TMZ Celebrity Tour.
All right, moving on to my favorite segment of the day, and nothing has ever been more said more true about the city of Philadelphia, city of brotherly love.
Come on.
This is crazy stuff. So we know, I don't want to rehash it too much because it's over with. We know what happened on Sunday when the Cowboys.
You want to rehash it.
I do. But although I hate that the Cowboys won, but we know the Eagles were up 21 points. The Cowboys then scored 24 unanswered points and they win the game with a walk-off field goal. Okay. Well, George Pickens, who of course had a nice game on Sunday, Luca, he goes apparently to his X account and he has this to say about Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Weak-ass Philly fans, bleep, known for sandwiches. And obviously he is saying that Philly is known for Philly cheesesteaks, which in part is true. A delicious sandwich, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know, I could do without the peppers, but a delicious sandwich.
Yeah, it's a great sandwich.
So I as the Philadelphia Eagles fan here, Luca, I defend your city. You're not only known for sandwich, you're also known for fictional movie characters and for a
Rocky
cracked
Balboa.
bell.
What? Okay, and also the founding of our country, America's team, the Philadelphia Eagles. Just let's get it straight.
He's really trying to. He wants this to catch on.
It should. It really should. But with that being said, George Pickens, where was this? Where were these Instagram comments after you came to Philly and lost Week 1? I didn't see anything about that then.
Right.
I didn't see anything about our fan base then.
You probably went and got a cheesesteak.
That's what I'm saying, George Pickens. Come on. And you know what, George? You're a hell of a player, but trust me, you might not be in Dallas long. You may be. You do not want to make an enemy out of the Philadelphia Eagles fan base. You torched us. All props to you.
Yeah.
I'll give you your flowers, George. I really will, because I know you're a heck of a ball player.
Yeah.
But come on, man.
He's had a really nice season. How do you feel, though, about Philadelphia and kind of being known for these very strange things?
I think it's, you know,
for Rocky is a fake, is a made-up person. Nobody loves Rocky more than me.
Yeah,
but it's like, you know, it's a fictional movie character.
See, these are all great points, but at the end of the day, Philly has an identity. It's a blue-collar town. We love our Philly cheesesteaks. We love our Liberty Bell. We love America, and we love Rocky Balboa.
Can't blame you for that. All right, guys, we are almost out of time here. It's just me, Luca, Lucas, and The Rock. And all right, tomorrow is Thanksgiving. There's a lot of people, their favorite holiday, as a matter of fact. Because of the food, right? What are we eating? What are we eating? What's the favorite Thanksgiving food before we go? This is important stuff. Rock and I are listening.
I got to go with pumpkin pie. I'm going to eat it the way my mom loves to. That's a little bit of pie with a lot of whipped cream.
And I'm going to down so much stuffing that I will burst at the seams, will not be able to fit into any of my pants come Monday morning. So, hello, Rock.
You hear that?
What about you, Rock?
Stuffing. Let me tell you, Thanksgiving food is largely overrated, especially the turkey.
Okay, the turkey I agree.
Dry.
I agree.
Turkey is super dry. And that too, and I don't like when all the food's touched like that. Look at all that stuff. Oh, that's terrible. The way it all touches.
Yum.
I can't do that. Mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, though. That's good stuff.
That's what you're going for?
Yeah, that's what I'm going for. We got your Rock. In all seriousness,
Get it? If you smell what the Rock is cooking for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Then have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a great day. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the football. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Green beans. I'm a lawyer.